Hey Pressaway kids and preteens, it is Ashley here, and I'm so excited that you can join us online as we continue our new month's theme of self-control. If any of you remember what self-control is, it's choosing to do what God wants you to do instead of what you want to do. And you know what? That's really hard to do sometimes. Like, one of the things I struggle with having control over is my anger. Like when something doesn't go my way, I just want to shake my fist in the air and scream. Do any of you feel that way? And maybe you don't struggle with it so much on the outside, but in our head, in our thoughts, we can just get so frustrated when all things go wrong. And you know what? There's actually somebody here in our Bible that also struggled with their anger, and his name was King Saul. You know, if you remember anything about King Saul, he ruled over all of Israel. But God ends up appointing a new person to one day be king, and that was David. And David was not only going to be the next king, but he was a part of Saul's army, and he was fantastic. And Saul got so angry and jealous that he wanted David gone. So him and his men chased after David, and he had to flee and run away. And so while David was hiding in a cave, you know, he ends up seeing Saul, but Saul didn't see him. So while Saul was distracted, David crept up behind and ended up cutting off a piece of his robe. So later on, David actually decides to confront Saul and go to him. And, you know, David could have gotten so angry at what Saul wanted to do to him and get his revenge, but David actually does something unexpected. See, David chooses to show kindness and forgiveness to Saul despite what Saul was trying to do to David. And kids and preteens, we can do the same thing. You know, our month's verse talks about how God gives us the spirit of self-control. It's in 2 Timothy 1:7. It says that, "For God gave us a spirit, not of fear, but of power, love, and self-control." So even when we get frustrated and angry when things don't go our way and we just feel like we're going to explode, with God's help, we can have control over our anger. Isn't that awesome? Well, I'm glad you got to join us, and we will see you guys next week. Bye!